What's up? What's up? Calm down. What the heck? What's cracking? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody having a great start of their day. Make sure y'all hit that top right corner, those three little dots. Hit that like for your boy, man. We got my infamous miracle juice today. And what it consists of is green granny apples, lemon, cucumber, celery, pineapple, mint, and I prefer to use fresh pineapple, but if I wait to the last minute to get my supplies, then the pineapple's usually not ready and I have to wait. So I gotta make sure I always pre-plan getting it. So we got cilantro, parsley, and I just started last week putting mint in it. Right there, guys. So today I just want to talk to you guys about this word on here, faith. I was reading this scripture chapter today, Ephesians 2:8. And let me pull it up. It just left. Ephesians 2:8. And what it basically is you got to have faith in knowing that God will bring you out of whatever. So Ephesians 2:8. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. And this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God. And so when I read that verse, I'm like, man, since I was a kid, I had faith. I was a youth pastor at my church. I had my own Sundays where I would give sermons and preach and sing. And so I was raised in the church. And, I went to the extreme with it. I learned the Bible verbatim. I was just extreme with it, man. And I started believing young because I asked God to do something for me, and God did it immediately. And so right then, I've never been without my faith. Because, if you guys right now ask God to do something for you and it happened, like how you go be a non-believer after that? You know what I mean? And mine was physical, guys. I used to pray about being jacked, being swole and muscular. And in 90 days, I was that. I went from 99 pounds to 140 pounds. And this before, I didn't know about steroids till I was 34. It ain't like nowadays where these youngsters, 14, 15, 16 on steroids. I didn't know about it until, like I said, I was 34 years old. So I just worked out like crazy, ate like crazy, did my research, studied, and implemented all the systems that I learned as a kid. And God granted me my wish. I could have been one of those guys that worked out and didn't see results. And then I would be like, oh, God ain't real or whatever. And so my faith was always strong, is still strong. To this day, man, everything, like I said, I asked God for, I asked to be smarter because, if you raised in a house where your mother calling you stupid all the time, you might, if you're weak-minded, you'll fall into that and believe it. And so that's what my mom used to do to me because I was making a lot of stupid decisions. I was getting suspended a lot in school, being a class clown. And so, I didn't know. Instead of, my parents talking to me about the rights and the wrongs and the do's and the don't. Back in them days, man, I was raised in the 70s. So all they knew was just harsh, to be harsh and brash. And so, I just look at my kids and analyze how I am with them and, the things I want them to be super strong, disciplined. I want them to have work ethic, but I don't want to break their spirit. You know what I mean? And back in the day, that's what them parents did, man. You either broke their spirit or it made them strong. Fortunately for me, it made me strong. But my brother that unalived himself, it made him weaker mentally. All the harshness that, my mother invoked on him. And so, at this age in my life and point, I always loved psychology, but I really love it now, man, because I got to be a master at psychology at this point in my life to raise my kids. You know what I mean? And any parents out there that's watching, man, master that psychology, man. You gotta be sharp, man, to raise kids. And your kids are a projection of you and a reflection of you. So whatever you do and what you implement in your kids' head throughout their young lives, that's how they go be. It is what it is. And it makes sense. You know what I mean? A lot of us are brainwashed and programmed through, unfortunately, social media now. Like, if somebody say something, like the sheep just believe it and run with it. You know what I mean? And it's reality what's happening. I can't even say it's sad, but because it always happened. Like people back in my day, they used to read the Inquirer newspapers and believe everything they hear, and you know what I mean? So you got to think for yourself, man. We in a day and time where we need people to think for themselves, man. Don't just believe anything you see or hear. If you're not hearing it from the source mouth, don't even, believe it. It just popped up in my head, the Young Thug case. I don't know why. But everybody believed he did it, whatever was put out there in social media. And he beat the case. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't believe everything, man. And that's what sheep do. If somebody they have respect for or trust in say something, they believe it off jump without getting to the source. So yeah, guys, don't fall for that. But yeah, man, faith. Back to faith, man. Like I say, I've been blessed to believe in faith. I got faith in God, and for me, bro, y'all just don't know, man. The reason I went through a lot in my life was self-invoked. I never blamed nobody other than myself. It was just bad decisions, and like I say, even through my faith, which I lost it sometime, I didn't lose it. So let me tell you guys. So when I went to college, Fresno State, I went in a dark place. My brother had unalived himself just not even a year, maybe 6-7 months before. Let me see, January, unalived himself, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So 9 months before I went to college. So I went in a dark state of mind. And so my whole thing was, I'm going to be the top football player. I'm going to make it to the NFL. I just became real antisocial, introverted. I didn't talk to a lot of people. And besides, I had a girlfriend at the time and my roommate and people on the team, of course. But anyway, so when I went to college, so let me go back. So in high school, my junior year, I went to what's called Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And so I got the MVP of football camp, right? Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It was at Cal Lutheran in Thousand Oaks, California. So in 1992, I went to the camp and got MVP. Dang. And so bam, my senior year, did it break? So my senior year of high school, I did phenomenal. I had every school in United States trying to recruit me. And I chose Fresno State. So bam, I go to Fresno, and one of the coaches was there. Dang, how did I forget his name? Anyway, he was at the football camp I went to at Cal Lutheran, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And so he saw me, he like, Conley, he like, what's up, man? Was he a coach there? I don't even think he was a coach there. I think he was just there visiting or something. Recruiting or something. Yeah, I think he was recruiting for Fellowship of Christian Athlete. No, he was there to see Trent Dilfer. Because Trent Dilfer was still there as a quarterback. He was leaving. Trent Dilfer had already graduated that year and was going to the NFL. But he was there helping the coaches. So anyway, he saw me. He like, man, he stopped the coaches, everybody. Y'all know who this guy is? He got MVP of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And so they didn't know. And so it gave me some brownie points. But he asked me, his name is coming to me, Mr. Roberts. And he said, man, you want to be a coach at Fellowship of Christian Athletes that you was at? And I was like, heck yeah. And so I had to go to classes for about maybe 90 days before the camp started. And so I got on. So I was a coach, and not only a coach, guys, at Fellowship of Christian Athletes, I was a coach, but I was also like a pastor to the kids. And so I went to Cal Lutheran and Northern Arizona University. And all these stories I'm telling you guys is in my book, Ex-Con to Icon. So it's on Amazon. I need to do the audio version. I had started. I need to complete it. But I am going to update my book as well, revise it. And so I went. And so I was at Northern Arizona as a coach. And I got my team got MVP. And then I went to Cal Lutheran in Thousand Oaks as a coach. So this all happened in the month of August. So I was zooming, man, with the Bible, reading it every day, teaching the young kids, being an example. And, I was in a good space. Then bam, as soon as I leave there, and both my teams at Cal Lutheran and Northern Arizona got MVP. So that was super awesome, man. But then when we on our good highs, that's when the devil come in, man. So as soon as I got done with that, I go back to college, and then I go, it was the summertime. It was like, so I did that in August. So in October, I had went home for my little brother's birthday, and my car had broke down going back to Fresno, and that was when the devil was able to get in my head. And it's funny because I was just looking back today like, man, one decision, and I was listening to Jim Rohn today too. One decision, positive or negative, can change the whole trajectory of your life, man. And that's what happened to me, man. Even though I was on that high and of being positive and, preaching to kids about God, the devil was able to come in. And that's when I say I lost my faith. You know what I mean? Because of some material stuff, the devil was able to get in my head and cause me to lose my faith. So guys, we in a war against spirituality at all times. The devil, and when I say the devil, it's just within us, man. We have a good side, bad side, right? All of us. And it takes a strong person to continue having their faith in God, man, and in yourself. You know what I mean? God is us. God said in all the books of God that we are him, right? So you can't let a negative thought sway your faith. We'll be tested daily. And, when you're strong and you know what's going on, that's like me now. Like I've been in situations where my money wasn't right, like how I wanted it to be or whatever, or I feel like I'm broke or whatever. And the devil will be testing me. Now I laugh at it. But years ago, even when I moved to LA, when I first moved to LA in 2010, I got tested, man. I had did some commercials, and the agents hadn't sent my money. It was a $15,000. They were just sitting on for a couple of bucks, and my rent was due, everything was due, and the devil was like, "Oh, go hit you a robbery, man. You got the pistol in there." You know what I mean? And I almost fell for it. I was like, man. And I reflected back to my first time going to prison, or the first time that happened to me. And I almost fell for it. Oh, this apple ain't gonna go. Too big and the center is messed up. So faith, man, is everything. And just knowing. You see, when you learn and know when the devil is at you, and when you strong and you can laugh at it, bro. I ain't got my. That's the hack, man. Let me get my. So guys, you gotta have faith, man. You gotta be strong. You gotta know when the bad side of yourself, or as we call him, the devil, is trying to attack you, man. That's just it's crucial. It is crucial. And man, it's just so easy. I guess I'll just put it over here. It's just so easy to fall into the negative, because it's easy to do wrong. It's hard to do the right thing. It was easy for me to go do negative, demonic stuff, but it takes a strong person to do the right thing. The right thing always go pay off way better, man. Let me tell you. So, man, and that's where faith come in, guys. If you have faith in yourself, if you have faith in positive outcome, as long as you're not pessimistic, staying optimistic, you go do the right thing. And as I'm speaking to you guys, I'm also speaking to myself, because I done been through it, man. God, that's what initially. So it's funny when I put on this outfit, and I thought about faith. You know what I mean? I was like, man, God really had his hands of protection around me, man. Just, when I had that heart attack, same day, bodybuilder Sean Roden had the heart attack, and he took him. I'm like, God could have took me. And I was just thinking that today when I was doing legs at the gym. And I'm like, my faith in God, man, just, he saved me, bro. Like, not only from that, bro, I've been in shootouts, I've been in robberies, I've been in prison riots, I've been in all type of violent situations, man. And I'm still here. You know what I mean? None of my friends made it to 50. You know, and the lifestyle I live now, bodybuilding, and you don't see too many guys living to 50. And, you know, I almost didn't live to 50. When I had that heart attack, I was 46. And so it's just a blessing to be here, man, to be able to talk to you guys and, you know, share the knowledge and wisdom that's been bestowed upon me. And I'm still learning on a daily basis, man. I'm still a student to life. You know, all I do on a daily basis is learn. I read in the morning from 5 to about 6:30. All I listen to when I'm driving or something is personal development stuff. And that's another thing, guys. I want to ask all of you guys, thanks for the dono. Much love. Let me see. Let me get that a little closer. Much love. Much love. Thank you. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Thank you. Appreciate that, C. Heck yeah, that's the truth. So yeah, guys, you know, I was listening to Jim Rohn today. Thank you, Mitchell. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I appreciate that. God bless you, Mitchell. God bless. Yeah, so it's funny. I was listening to Jim Rohn on the way to the gym this morning, and he was like, "You know how a man is by his library." And so I like, whoo, that's heat right there. So whatever a man's in the man's library, go tell you his mentality. And you know, that's gonna be my new thing. Like, what's the last book you read? What you reading right now? A lot of y'all haven't even read a book, a full book. So and you know, for me, when I was a kid, I remember I was crying at the age of 5 because I didn't know how to read yet. Maybe it was 4 or 5, something like that. And I learned the saying as a kid. And it was a racist saying towards black people. But put it in a book and a nigga will never know. That was, you know, the racist people saying back then. And when I heard that, I learned how to read in English, and reading became my hobby, bro. And I became a great speller, was spelling bee champion and all that. And I just always loved to read once I heard that saying. When I was in prison, I was reading a book a day. Now I'm reading a book a week. I wish I could read more, but it's just time. But so I still feel good reading a book a week on the streets. That's amazing to me. So I'm always reading, right now I'm reading Patrick Bay David, his business book, Business Strategies book. I'll be done with it in in a day or two. So yeah, guys, so reading has always been my like power tool, because I know most people don't read. You know, and you are what you read, man. And like Jim Rohn said. So, man, as a kid, I read the Bible about at least 5 times, page to page. But I need to get back. I need to read it again. Read the Quran all the way through all the hadiths. I love knowledge, man. Let's see, we got the mint, cilantro. So you are what your library is, man. So I recommend everybody to read, bro. Get you a book this week and read, and something that's beneficial to your life. Not just a novel or some entertainment. Read something that's beneficial towards your life. This parsley. So my faith, that's, you know, back to faith. My faith is heavy, man, because I've experienced God's speaking to me and telling me to do something. I do it, And, you know, I'm still here. I'm still alive, man. So, like I say, 95% of my friends that I grew up with and hung out with, whatever, dead. And so most of them health issues, some violence, gun violence. So we got Mint right here. But most of them health problems. It's 50-50. 50% health problems, 50% gun violence in Oakland. Bam. Mint, I love this mint. I just started back putting mint in it, so it's really did it good. I think I'm gonna put the pineapple before the celery this time because the celery, I feel, jams up the juicer. And usually, guys, I get the real raw pineapple, but it wasn't none available, so my wife got me this, which is fine. You know, when I was on that fruitarian lifestyle, you know, you be loony and, you know, you be real, oh, don't eat out of plastic, don't do this, don't do that, bro. Bottom line, we all go die. It's what you do with your life while you're here, man. Of course, you don't want to keep poisoning yourself. You know what I mean? If you know some poison, you shouldn't be consuming it. But if you love your temple, faith, right? That goes back to faith. But ultimately, I don't stress myself out over it. I know what to do now. You know, a lot of us, we don't, and a lot of us get offended and mad when, you know, when somebody points out something that we shouldn't be doing. That's why, who was that said it? It was Napoleon Hill, I believe it was, and Jim Rohn. They say you shouldn't tell people you ought to, or you should. You should give a better explanation. Like we as a people, we are, just say for instance, let's see, processed meat, right? How I would come at you guys now knowing what I know. I ain't gonna say you shouldn't eat processed meat. You know what I mean? I'm be like, well, you know, Rob is just a name I'm throwing out there. Well, Rob, you know, this processed meat, man, has been known to cause cancer and a lot of health issues. You know, me personally, I don't consume it because I'm scared to get cancer or have a lot of health issues. That's how you got to say it. And I'm learning, guys. I remember I was on the fruitarian lifestyle and I was like, you shouldn't, you better not, you. So it's growth, man. You know what I mean? That's why I love life, bro. It's like a treasure. Like every day you can win. You can learn, you can win, man. People, you know, I don't read comments no more, nothing like that, because there's so much negativity in this day and age, especially towards me. But people try to say like, oh, you was just on watermelon, or you just on that. Yeah. Bro, it's called advancement, progression. As a kid, we drunk Similac, right? Our mama's titty. Then we start eating real food, right? It's stages in life, guys. That's what you guys got to realize. If you stuck in one spot, that's called death. If you're not progressing, that's still going. If you're not progressing on a daily basis, you dying. Well, we all dying, right? But you're not progressing. And I just love my life because it just been fun. My life been fun. I ain't been. Ooh, that's good. My life has been fun, guys. Through the good and when people call bad. My bad wasn't bad to me. But when people hear my story, I know where I came from. Oh, God, that was tough life. Oh. To me, it wasn't. I was playing chess, still playing chess. That's why I tell you guys, man, especially the parents out there, You have to learn, be a master of psychology, man. Start mastering psychology. That way you be able to deal with your kids better, people better, yourself better. You'll understand humanity better. And you can't be having a blame game. You know how most of us, we be like, well, Trump, the country, we blame everybody but ourselves. Like, you in the predicament you in because of you, not because of Trump, your mayor, everybody want to blame somebody else. You got to take, what is real dull? You got to take accountability for your own life, man. You know what I mean? You can't always blame outside sources while you're not in the position you should be in. And that's what most of us do. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, where I grew up at. Oh, this man, the city, the state, the president. Oh, nobody blame themselves. Just how we as humans are. But if you get out of that and take accountability for yourself, that's like me when I was messing up, man. I'll never forget, rest in peace to my stepfather. He said, he called me Chuck, which is my birth name. He said, Chuck, he looked me in the eyes. I had just got out of prison. He said, man, you your own worst enemy. Just simple as that. And boom, it's like a light bulb went off in my head. And, you know, I never complained about going to prison or having bad luck, what we call bad luck, but it was self-imposed bad luck. You know, but him telling me that you your own worst enemy, a light bulb went in my head and I stopped doing stuff that caused me negativity in my life. You know, I stopped going out clubbing on ecstasy with my pistol in my waistband looking for a problem and all that. I was that guy, guys. I've been, you know, I walked with the devil, man, when my brother killed himself, my senior year of high school, I just became like a little demonic, man. Well, I ain't gonna say a little, a lot. But success is wonderful, man. Being in control of your own mind and not your mind in control of you, whew, it's wonderful, man. And believe me, I still go through, I don't want to say struggles, but I go through life just like you guys. You know what I mean? It rain on you, it rain on me the same. It's just how we deal with it. When situations happen, everything is how you deal with it. If you don't have the money you have, it's because you haven't executed enough ideas. Y'all think I should put the leaves in? I put the leaves in there too, huh? Yeah, that's the only problem. That's the difference between a wealthy person and an unwealthy person. It's just, if you're unwealthy, you don't have the money you want, you haven't executed enough ideas. You haven't came up with enough ideas. So that's the thing. You just got to sit down, brainstorm some ideas, and execute them, guys. Like me, that's what I've been good at. Anything I see possible, they call it opportunists. Where a person that sees any opportunity, they go after it. They don't procrastinate. They take advantage. For me, this past year, it was TikTok. Like, I hated TikTok with a passion. I did videos on it for people not to be on there, all that stuff. But I seen the opportunity. I'm like, oh, there's money to be made over there? Okay, let me try it. Gave it a shot. Now it's my biggest money maker. So it's like a lot of you guys, you hear of stuff to make money, but you don't execute. You sit back, you wait. It's like, what you waiting on, bro? You know you go die soon, right? I think it got stuck. Usually when this stopped coming out, but I'm done though. Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm gonna juice some. Thank you for that. Thank you for the dono. What juicer is that? Thank you, John Carter. This is a Nama J2. I don't recommend it. It's super expensive. $700. I got 3 other juices over there I could show you. That's on my TikTok showcase. That's from $79 to $139, I want to say. Yeah, I don't recommend this, and I don't recommend them because they said I'm not vanilla enough to be a part of their company. I was trying to do a collaboration with them, but yeah, this is $700. If you got it to invest, I would say get it. If not, if you go to my TikTok and look at my showcase, I have 3 other ones that's super reasonable, do the same thing, just not as not as sturdy and have a big mouth. But I mean, they dope. You know what I mean? I can show them to y'all. Let's see. So this is the one, like, this is the Freda. So this is the Freda right here. It's super cool. This one is $139. It's just about, let's see. It's as tall as it, but this not as big as it. Let me scoot this back so y'all can see. So yeah, it's just as, it just is not, like I say, this is not as massive as it. I got 2 other ones, but they smaller, and I like it to be efficient, man. Super fast, efficient. So bam, I am gonna put some watermelon in here, and I'm gonna cut up a watermelon. So yeah, guys, my life has been fun, man. You know, even through my mistakes and learning, I feel I ain't gonna say I wish, but I do wish that I had this mind at like 30. You know what I mean? I wish I had this. What was that? Hitchum Howard, thank you for the $5 dono. Call it love, support, love from Morocco. Let's go. Much love in Morocco, man. That's dope, man. It's dope when you can reach the world like this, man, with social media. Well, that's nice. Thank you. So yeah, guys, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna do some, let me do this watermelon I had. Another one? Thomas, thank you for that, brother. Much love to Thomas. So yeah, guys, life is what you make it. You know, a lot of people say that. A lot of people think it's cliche, but it is, man. You got to be in control of your mind. Don't let your mind have control of you. So I got some watermelon here that I could have. It's super good. My boy at Ortega Farm. I'm about to cut up a watermelon on live, y'all. So I still, you know, watermelon is my love, man. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I love it. Look at all those seeds. I need to eat all those, drink all those. I think I'm gonna drink all these seeds. Swallow. So I just came from doing legs. Didn't go crazy. A lot of reps, a lot of pump. Dang, that watermelon got a lot, huh? With those few pieces. Yeah, guys, so you gotta have faith, man. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God. You know, I don't know if a lot of y'all out there prayed to God and got your prayer answered. You know what I mean? To me, that's what really strengthens faith. Fortunately for me, I had my prayers answered. Not every time would I ask for it. Well, I can't say that. Practically every time, man, that I was diligent about my prayers, it happened. More up in there. This is mixing in with that. Bomb. So there we go. That miracle juice, baby. Now we go cut up a watermelon. Cut up this watermelon seed that baby I got from Ortega Produce. Got from Ortega Produce, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see. Let me move this stuff to the side, y'all. Let's get it. Watermelon season is here. Watermelon season is here. Let's go. Here we go, guys. I might have to sharpen this knife because it felt kind of dull. It was funny. Jim Rome said a saying, like when he was top of his marketing team, he said he was gonna make the team better if it killed them. And you know that goes to the saying like you can't change people. People got to change themselves. And that's really a gift of mine. I never, especially in relationships, like I never tried to change the person. You know what I mean? Even when I went on my fruitarian lifestyle, like I didn't try to force my wife into it or my kids. Like people got to do stuff on their terms. Of course, I, plant seeds and just let them see my actions. That's basically how you can help change people is let them see your actions, and that's what we got to learn, man. Focus on you, doing the right things, staying faithful to God and doing what you're supposed to do, and other people will follow, man. But don't waste your energy. Let me split it down the middle. Plant seeds, but don't try to force people to be something that God don't have them ready to be. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good job. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ortega Produce, baby. Ortega Produce. Yeah, so I just never been that type of individual trying to make people. I did try though. When I was in San Quentin, I had the keys to the car. I was a shot caller, right? And these dudes that was in my gang, Kumi 415, it's sweet. We'll see. I gotta see that middle. See them seeds, baby. So yeah, I remember when I got the keys to the car. It's kind of spongy. So we had a bylaw that everybody had to work out an hour a day. So me being the extreme as I am, I made sure I would ask my second in command, everybody did they workout today? And boy, don't let them say no, somebody didn't do it. That was my daily mission. And finally, my good friend, I don't know about this one. I don't know how I feel about this watermelon. If I don't feel a watermelon, I usually juice it. If it don't have that crunchiness to it, that snap, like it's a certain type of watermelon I gotta have. It gotta be crunchy, like snappy. Let me see. That look good up in there. I don't want to waste that. Let's see if that. Yeah, it's like a little spongy. It's a little spongy, guys. Maybe it's just an end. I don't know. I gotta see. Yeah, it might just be the end. So this is how I cut up mine. I do it like this. Bam, bam, bam. Move this over here. Bam, bam. Usually do it like that. This is how you tell if it's good, that center. Oh, it's good. It's good, but I might juice that other half. It's good. It is good. It is good. Let's see. Put that right there. Put this up in here. Y'all might see that. Let's see. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Thank you. Bam, bam. Thank you. Yeah. Here we go. Watermelon season here, y'all. And I got me a cold source, man. Ortega Produce. If y'all in the Southern California area, Ortega Produce, that's my guy, man. Look how beautiful this look. Look how beautiful that look right there. Oh yeah. How's the walk?
Excruciating. Worst one ever.
Man.
I'm shaking.
Hungry?
Thirsty.
Huh?
Thirsty.
Want a piece of this watermelon?
No, I gotta weigh myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm supposed to do legs now, but I don't think I can. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. My wife down. What you down? About 20?
Almost 25.
25. Been on the grind. She been on that grind. Proud of her.
Thank you.
Proud of her. And I didn't see, and I'm going to tell y'all what happened. What got her motivated. A friend of ours came over.
And her sister.
Nah, what you call her? And her husband.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm motivated.
Well, yeah, that's what, when you said he lost that weight. So anyway, I tell my story how I want to tell it. So my wife's best friend, her husband came over, and he was asking me about the apple fast I did. So I told him what to do. He went and did it, and 4 or 5 days he lost 15 pounds, whatever, how many ever pounds he lost. I think it was 15 or 20. These don't fit. And so my wife, she was like, you know what? I'm about to handle my business. And she just went on one. But I could have easily, like, me naturally, like, I just say stuff sarcastically and it don't have the best delivery.
I didn't get on the Apple diet. I did it old school.
Right, yeah. You didn't get on the Apple. And so the normal me would have been, like I told y'all earlier, would have been like, you ought to, you should have. But I just let my planting a seed into her friend's husband, God allowed that message to sink into her. And she decided to do it on her own. You know, I just, like I told y'all, I've never been one to force somebody to do what I do. You know, it's just not, I learned that young as a young pastor. Like, you can't force people to do stuff you want them to do, even though I tried. Like I was telling y'all the prison story where I wanted everybody to work out like me. And finally, my best friend, he was like, bro, God blessed you with a gift he didn't bless everybody with. You can't force these dudes to work out. Damn, that's a long one. Let me see. What you think of the idea of a TRT and injecting yourself wherever, like there's no natural way to get your feet back normal by food, sleep, and exercise, unless you inject a chemical thing forever it's safe. Thank you for that, Hitchum. Don't do it. What I think about it? Don't do it. Each his own, brother. I don't eat beef. You might like beef. Like each person got to live their journey, man. Stop focusing on what. I don't know if you asking me that word about other humans, or you asking me that for yourself. Like, why people so? That's the problem with us as a human, bro. Race. Y'all worried about too many outside influence. Like, why are you worried about what another man do? Like, bro, you gotta see. Listen, y'all. Faith, right? God tells us in the Bible, you need to have inheritance for your grandkids. You know what that tells me? I got to dial in tunnel vision on becoming successful. And I can't worry about you, him, her. No, I got to worry about my legacy and God putting a law that I need to have inheritance for my grandkids. Like, how do I have time to worry about all Tom, Dick, and Harry when God told me I got to have inheritance for my grandkids? Like, bro, you got to get your own house in order. Don't be worried about what this guy, should I inject for the, bro, no. Do what you're supposed to do to get successful, wealthy, because a broke motherfucker ain't good to nobody. And a person that just want to be content and comfortable, that ain't what God told us to do. God told us we need to help everybody. And firstly, you got to help your household. That's first and foremost. If you ain't beneficial to your own household, how you going to be beneficial to humanity? I'm asking for myself and seeing, bro, don't do it, bro. What you mean? Why are you battling with doing drugs? Don't do it. You worried about some influencer, bro. Did God tell you to do that? Did Jesus, Yahweh, Jehovah, influencer? If an influencer tell you jump off a ledge, would you? That's what I'm talking about, man. We don't think for ourselves no more. Like, bro, I'm gonna juice that. I'm gonna juice this one, y'all. But this one's so good right there. Let me get them good pieces up out of there. Yeah, if an influencer tell you jump off the bridge, you go jump. Use your brain, bro. Let's juice this one. I know he might, probably you don't have a father figure or something. That's understandable. But, not to be, I'm old school and I'm a little harsh when it comes to kind of dumb questions, because there are dumb questions. But all questions are good questions. But it could be a dumb good question. I take that as truthfully, if you're a grown man asking that, it's dumb. If you're a kid asking that, I understand. Let's see. Live with faith, dignity, and respect for others. So what if the others are doing demonic stuff? You gonna have respect for them? What if the others rape your mom, your daughter, or something? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Let's be realistic. Stop saying just cliches. You know what I mean? You just saying something you learned you regurgitating something you heard and it don't make sense. I'm not gonna have respect for somebody that's going around killing innocent people or nothing like that. Like, come on, bro. Most people don't have respect for themselves. They not even take care of their body. They haven't read when last time you read a full book? You know what I mean? Like, man, people would be yapping and they ain't respecting themselves. People do a lot of yapping and pointing fingers, but they ain't even take care of themselves, their family, nothing, bro. But they get on the internet, act like they saints. Come on, man. Let's see what this one got. That's good. Watermelon get me amped up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. That watermelon get you amped up. Especially the seeded. Woo-hoo. That seeded go crazy. Uh-oh, is it getting jammed up? It ain't pushing through. I think it's jammed up. This ain't pushing through. It get jammed up when they get that celery in it. And see, it getting mushy up in there. See how I get that mush? Man, I'm gonna have to open it up. I'm gonna have to open it up, guys. Open that thing up. Open that thing up. Damn. Got my juicing bottles in there. Guess I'm gonna have to use this. This ain't enough though. So get a little messy. Thank you for that. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give peace unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. Paul to the Romans. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the dono. Love it. I don't all my other things getting washed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's it. Guys. Thinking about taking the kids to the movies. See, what's that, Lilo and Stitch or something? Some like cartoony movie. When you got twins, you gotta stay entertaining them. You got too much energy. Sorry, this watermelon juice gotta go have me keeping up, baby. Let's see how it tastes. I should put a lemon in it. See how this watermelon. On hit. On hit, baby. Well, guys, that's it for me, man. Much love. Been on here. Oh, yeah, hour. Full hour. I haven't did the hour the whole time, man. But, man, blessings to y'all. Stay positive. Stay getting that money and muscle. Stay with your faith in yourself, your God. Make sure you stay positive, pushing for positivity. That juicer is a Nama J2. How you make watermelon juice? I just did it. My best meal right now is wild rice, avocado, and either eggs or fish, salmon. Thank you, C. Looking good, man. You've been through a lot. I'm on your side. I appreciate that, brother. God bless. God bless you guys. Much love. See you on the next one.